Hi, 7th period. This is just getting you ready for the quiz. So if you can do what we do now, you're in really good shape for the quiz. Okay, questions. Did you have questions from 5-5? Questions in general? Yeah. Go ahead. The whole packet? You don't have to do any constructions. There's no constructions on the quiz. No, the constructions... Okay, listen, people. The constructions happen on the block day of this week. So for you guys, Thursday, okay? So we will spend some time going over constructions. We have lots of time on Thursday. This quiz is 5-1 through 5-5, just like the numbers and words stuff. There are no constructions here, okay? So you do need to know Pomasico. Let's just go through the chart real quick. Don't look at your chart. I want to see if you can do this without. Okay, now here's the thing. On this quiz, it's not a chart. I just write, if I give you the 3 angle bisectors in a triangle, you found the, and you have to say, in center. Okay, so basically you're 4. If I give you the 3 perpendicular bisectors, you are finding what? The circumcenter. Okay. If I give you the 3 angle bisectors, you're finding the what? The in-center. Okay? If I give you the 3 medians, you're finding the centroid. Okay? And if I give you the 3 altitudes, that is the orthocenter. However, you need to remember that. We say Pomasico just for the sake of keeping things in the right order, but keep in mind there's 2 C's, there's 2 A's. Make sure you know which one goes with which, okay? 2 of those are on your quiz, so make sure you know them. Nayeli, why are you writing on your hand right now? That would be cheating. Go wash your hands.
Because of the table, you can see it's my box.
Yeah, come show me. What are you doing?
Right now?
Yes. Can what?
Can you get a word bank?
No.
Can you get a word bank?
No. Sorry. No word bank with this one. Okay, things to go over. Where did 14 from the homework? 5-5? Let's talk a little bit about 5-5, okay? The things that you need to know for 5-5 are just the first step of a proof and contradictions, okay? I don't make you do a full proof, so don't worry about a full proof, but you do need to know what the first step would be. So if I said, given triangle XYZ, prove to me that triangle XYZ is scalene. Okay? What would the first step of your proof be, Landon?
Assume that triangle XYZ is not scalene.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you on one problem, what's your first step? You're going to say assume, right? You have to have the word assume in there. It is one of the 2 points of that problem. Okay. Assume triangle XYZ is not scalene. Right? That's always the first step of an indirect proof. Assume the negation. Okay? Second step is the contradiction stuff. So I give you a totally separate problem dealing with contradictions, right? Where you're going to get Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, and Roman numeral 3. Your job is to figure out which of those 2 cannot happen simultaneously. Which ones don't work together. Okay? So just think through what you know about those things, and you should be good. Okay? Questions on that? Do you want to do any of those? That was like 10 through 13 in your homework. Good there? Okay. Yes, sir. 22. Okay, so 22, they're saying, given triangle ABC, this is 22 in the homework, you have this triangle. This is A, B, and C. So given that triangle with BC greater than AC, okay, so they're saying BC, this length, is greater, than this length, right? They want you to prove angle A is not congruent to angle B, okay? So your first step would be to say, assume angle A is congruent to angle B, right? So basically they're saying, assume this is true. What's the contradiction? BC doesn't equal AC, right? They told us in the given that BC was bigger. If these were the same, it would be isosceles, and then your base angles could be the same, right? But it's not, so we can't say that. So that's your contradiction. You can explain that to me however you want, as long as you get the point across that because those are not equal, the base angles can't be equal, right? So then you would say the assumption is false, and restate what they ask you to prove. Angle A is not congruent to angle B. That'd be your whole proof.
So what was the last of
Some mid-segment real quick. All right, this is what we did in 5-1. Remember, a mid-segment is a midpoint and a midpoint, okay? So if I tell you that this is 6x and this is 60, how do you set that up to solve for x? 1/2 what? 1/2 of 60 or double 6x, right? It doesn't matter which way you go. Don't do both of those things because then you negate what you just did, okay? So if I take this 6x and double it, or I take this 60 and cut it in half, can I just plead with you right now that you not set them equal to each other? It is not 6x equals 60. And I know none of you actually think that that would be true when you look at this picture. They are obviously not equal, but some of you in here will set them equal because you're just not thinking about what the problem is showing you, okay? They're not equal. Don't set them equal. You have this 6x, so you can either double the 6x and set it equal to that bottom segment, the 60, or you can say 6x equals half of the 60, right? Either way, you would get 12x equals 60 up here, so x equals 5. Or if you did it down here, 6x equals 30, so divide by 6, x equals 5. So it doesn't matter which one you do, but pick one, okay? Whatever makes more sense to you. How about medians? So if I have a midpoint here, a midpoint here, and a midpoint here. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing mid-segments still. Scratch that. Sorry, guys. Medians. I want medians. I want midpoints. Midpoint, midpoint, midpoint. Okay, so you have this drawn in, this drawn in, this drawn in. So these are the same, these are the same, these are the same, right? This point right here is your centroid. What do you know about the lengths of the segments in a centroid, with a centroid? 1/3 and 2/3, right? So the shorter segment is 1/3 of the segment. The bigger segment is 2/3 of the segment, right? So if I told you this is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, okay? If I tell you that EG is 22, what is BG? It would be 11, right? If EG is 22, that's the 2/3 part, that's the bigger chunk of it, that's double the other one, right? So that's 2 parts. You want 1 part. So if you have 2 parts is 22, divide by 2, you get that 1 part is 11. Okay? What if I tell you that this little guy right here is 5? Then what is AG? Then you double it, right? Because this is the 1/3 part, so you double it, and this would be 10, okay? What if I tell you the whole thing? CF is 27. Then what do? That's 3 parts, right? That's all 3 parts add up to 27. So 27 divided by 3 gives you 9, right? That's 1/3. So this would be 9. So this other GC would be what? 18. Okay, questions on that? Yeah, Candace.